Welcome to Happy Learning again. It's a continuation of that video. So you have prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. Uh, Coming to the prokaryotes, pro is nothing but, as you can see, prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are nothing but they don't have any kind of well-defined nucleus. Okay, that means the most of the prokaryotes will be like all the basic microorganisms, bacteria, virus, all these are prokaryotes. Eukaryotes are they are well defined. All these eukaryotes they are well defined. They have the well defined body, nucleus, brain, well developed nervous system, digestive system, everything. Now you have bacteria as well as archaea. Like the classification, coming to the classification, they say it is prokaryotes, prokaryotic, it's same, and they have this peptidoglycan layer, that is the cell wall. Coming to the bacteria, you have a normal a cell, bacteria cell. Inside that you have a cell wall. So this cell wall which is made up of a peptidoglycan. So what is a binary fission? Binary fission is when you cut this off, or to be said if it is cut, or if it is maybe it wantedly cut itself to become a part of two. So this what happens, this will become a new organism, then again this will become a new organism. That is binary fission. Now utilize what it utilizes, its organic as well as its inorganic chemicals to photosynthesize. Either it will use the sunlight, maybe a photosynthesis to obtain origin, or any kind of organic or inorganic materials. Here you can see archaea, they lack they don't have peptidoglycan layer, so they live in extreme environments like the more pH, the like methanogens, the extreme halophils or extreme thermophils are, they can resist high temperature, high pH levels. Then you have protozoa, then you have algae. You have in protozoa they are unicellular. Unicellular is a single cell. Okay, in algae it could be a multicellular or single cellular. So they absorb or digest only organic materials. So they have cellulose. Algae have cellulose because it's a part of plant. They have photosynthesis. So they do photosynthesis to produce food. Here they don't have green pigments, chlorophyll. So they don't gain energy by photosynthesis. So they, for the movement, they have, it's kind of animalia group. So they have their own legs, a kind of pseudopods, cilia and flagella to move around. So example would be amoeba. Now fungi. So fungi are the highly developed organisms. They are eukaryotes, a kind of developed when compared to those two. They have chitin walls, which you can't, some of animals can't digest. So they use organic chemicals for energy. The organic materials like dead and decayed matter, most probably dead matter. Then the examples of fungi are molds. You can see the bread molds and all this mushroom, whatever you eat, that's a fungi. They are multicellular. They consist of this mycelia. This mycelia are nothing but this. That later it will develop into a sporangium, a sporangiopore. Later all this pore will sporulate. So later each spore will be a new organism, a separate fungi species. Okay. Now yeasts. Yeasts are unicellular, which is used for fermentation, all this. Coming to the viruses. So viruses, as today scenario, you can see viruses, this coronavirus, this viruses needs a particular host to survive. Without the host, the virus is a non-living thing, so it needs a particular host. So it is an obligate parasite. Okay, and viruses can replicate only with the living host, and the viruses are very difficult to manage. Like for bacteria you will take antibiotics and resist their survival and or limit their survival, but in the case of virus they have a perfect protein capsid, protective layer, which any external foreign body cannot affect it or damage it. Okay, so they have a lipid envelope coat over it, and the DNA material, either it could be the genetic material, it could be either DNA or RNA, and you can only see it through the electron microscope or a light microscope. Then you have bacteriophages, viroids, prions. So bacteriophage is nothing but a virus which is going to affect a bacteria, that is bacteriophage. Virions is nothing but nucleic acid from the virus without any protein coat. Prions is only the infectious part of your protein. Then you have other multicellular parasites like tapeworms, roundworms, and all this. Helminthus family, flatworms, roundworms, and all this. They are all multicellular. Now you have microorganisms, and you're going to know what size they are. You will usually measure it in the symbol of mu, that is micron. Okay, micrometer. Then you have microscope. So what is a microscope? Microscope is nothing but which we use to see something which is not naked to the eyes. So you will have a small slide here